Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft Java video. Today we're going to take a look at the top 5 best fabric quality of life or QoL mods for Minecraft Java Edition. I am on the latest release of Minecraft Java Edition, which is version 1.18.1, as you can see in the top left there of my screen. And these are going to be the best quality of life mods that I've found so far that you can actually go ahead and download and check out for your Minecraft Java game. And they're basically going to improve your vanilla game further by adding some more features in the game. These fabric quality of life mods are actually really cool, and I would definitely recommend that you guys check out these top 5 best quality of life fabric mods for Minecraft Java 1.18.1. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these top 5 best fabric quality of life mods on 1.18.1. The first mod I would recommend you guys check out is actually called Custom Crosshair mod, and as you guys can see from the description, it does say a dynamic and customizable crosshair. Now, one thing to note is that you can't actually customize this from the mod menu, so if you guys have got mod menu installed, you won't be able to configure this mod from this section. Instead, we do have to press another key to get this customized, and as you guys can see, my crosshair is actually different. I have actually enabled the rainbow effect on there as well, and when I swing my sword, you can see that it does have this cool effect where it actually enlarges the circle and it goes inwards, and that is a nice dynamic type effect there with the weapon swings. And you can go ahead and configure that by pressing the grave key or the console key, and this is basically the key on the left side of the number 1 on your keyboard. I will try and include an image on the screen there so you guys do know which key I am talking about. So if you go ahead and press that key on your keyboard, you should see this custom crosshair mod configure screen. And as you guys can see, this looks really cool. This reminds me of something we would see in a game like CSGO, Counter-Strike, or any of the first-person shooters where you are able to configure your crosshair, and it's a really detailed mod. It does have loads of different possibilities. So as you guys can see, we can actually go ahead and first of all change our crosshair style. So we do have the default here, and then we do have a cross. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So as you guys can see, this is another type of cross, but it does have a gap in the middle there. You can also enable a dot in the middle of that. So if we just scroll down slightly, you will see an option here that says enable dot. So we can actually go ahead and tick this box, and as you guys can see, we do have a dot in the center there as well. Let's go ahead and check out some of the other crosshairs that are included in this. So let's go ahead and disable the dot first of all, and let's go ahead and check out the circle. Now this is the circle which I showed you guys earlier, and some of you might like to play with a crosshair that looks like this. I do know that some resource packs also use this type of crosshair in their texture packs as well. Let's go ahead and change it again, and we can actually go ahead and change it to a square. So if you guys are looking to switch things up a bit, you can go ahead and select a square as your crosshair as well. Same thing for the next option, which is a triangle. So you can go ahead and select a triangle as well if you want that, and can also go ahead and choose an arrow as well. As you guys can see, some of you like to do the PvP modes with a arrow based crosshair. And finally, we can also go ahead and have the debug console crosshair on our main game. So as you guys can see, whenever we press F3 on our keyboard, this is the type of crosshair that we do see, but now we can actually go ahead and see that debug crosshair in our normal game. And some of you might like this option depending on your personal preference. You can also go ahead and configure loads of different options here. So as you guys can see, we do have the crosshair shape settings here. We can actually go ahead and change the specific color of the crosshair. You can choose loads of different colors over here. You can also enable the adaptive color as well, or leave it as a static color as well. Interestingly, you can also go ahead and change the rotation, so we can actually go ahead and rotate this. So I can actually make it look like an X. If you guys want to make it look like an X as well, you can also do that from that specific option. As you guys can see on my screen right now, we do have the visibility settings over here, and then we also have the outline settings, which are quite straightforward, and the dot setting, which I showed you earlier. And then we've got the dynamic crosshair settings, which says enable dynamic attack indicator and enable dynamic full progress. This is the attack indicator that you guys were seeing earlier. We can also go ahead and change the highlight settings, and also go ahead and enable this box, which is the rainbow settings, and you can actually see that it gives it a interesting chroma type rainbow effect where it actually cycles through the different colors of the rainbow on the crosshair color. So it's a really cool mod. It does actually change the default crosshair in the game. It's a nice mod to have. If you guys have gotten bored of the regular crosshair, then you can go ahead and check out this cool custom crosshair mod for Fabric on version 1.18.1. The next mod I would recommend you guys check out is called Equipment Compare. And as you guys can see, it says adds additional tooltips when hovering over equipment for easy comparisons. We go into our inventory. As you guys can see, I do have some armor equipped here. If we hover over this piece of armor, it's going to show us information about that particular armor. However, if I press the shift key, we can now compare both armors. So we can actually see that the diamond chest plate is actually stronger than my current armor, which is the golden chest plate, and it's only giving me 5 armor, and the diamond chest plate is giving me plus 8 armor. So it's a really cool mod to have to compare different equipment and different items in your game. We can do that for other items as well. As you guys can see, is comparing the diamond pickaxe with my golden sword, for example. So I would recommend that you guys actually get this mod. You can go ahead and compare different items, and it's really good for armor comparisons as well. So do go ahead and get the equipment compare mod for Fabric on version 1.18.1. The next mod I would recommend you guys get is actually called Pickup Notifier. And as you guys can see, it says be notified about all the things you just collected. By default, the game only tells us one item when we pick it up. So for example, if I was to drop this sword and then pick it up, you can see in the middle there, it does say golden sword. However, if I go ahead and drop a few items over here, and then if I go ahead and pick all of them up, you can see on the bottom right there, it is actually showing me 4 different items and their names and icons that I have picked up. So it's really useful if you guys are picking up items in a batch, then it is useful to be able to see what kind of items you have picked up, and you don't have to go around looking at your inventory to spot which is the new item that you recently picked up. You can just have a look at the bottom right there, and it should show you which items you have picked up. Let's go ahead and drop a few of these items and have a look at how it actually shows us on the screen after we've picked them up. Let's go ahead and pick them up at the same time. As you guys can see on the bottom right there, it is showing me all of the items which I just picked up. And in the regular game, it wouldn't do that. But now, thanks to this mod, it is now showing us all of the items which we've picked up. So the Pickup Notifier mod is a really useful mod, and it really does improve our quality of life in our Minecraft Java game on Fabric for version 1.18.1. The next Fabric quality of life mod to check out on version 1.18.1 is called Inventory Profiles Next. And as you guys can see, it says take control over your inventory. And basically this mod actually allows us to sort our inventory and add different profiles as well. And it really does actually allow us to sort our inventory out and make it much easier to do inventory management. So if I go into my inventory, as you guys can see, the items are placed all over the place. I can then click on this button that says sort inventory, which will then sort the items out in a straight line. And we can do that in a different type of layouts as well. So as you guys can see, this actually looks a bit more neater as well. As you guys can see, you've got a different type of layout here compared to the default. So this is going to be really useful when your inventory does actually fill up with loads of stuff and you want to sort it out. This is going to allow you to sort your inventory out in rows, columns, and the default inventory as well. You can go into the mod menu and configure this mod as well, and it does have loads of different configuration options here, and you guys would have to go into it and see how you like to configure this mod to get it to your liking. So I would recommend you guys check out the Inventory Profiles Next mod. It is a really advanced mod that is actually going to allow you to tweak your inventory layout and allow you to sort your items to make it much easier to navigate within your inventory. So do check out the Inventory Profiles Next mod for Fabric on version 1.18.1. The final quality of life Fabric mod I would recommend you guys get for 1.18.1 is actually called Infinite Music. Now, by default, Minecraft does play us some music and then it actually goes silent and then the music starts again. But if you guys don't want the silence in between the music, then you can go ahead and install this mod, which is called Infinite Music. And as you guys can see, it says over here, no more awkward silences between musics. So you can actually go ahead and enjoy your game. And for example, if you guys are building something and you don't want the music to stop, this will basically continue playing all of the music within the game, and you don't have to worry about the music stopping because it is going to load the different tracks after the previous one finishes. So if you guys have been looking for a way to actually have the music continuously playing and all of the tracks playing after each other with no silences in between, then I would recommend you guys get the Infinite Music mod for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.18.1. As a bonus, I would also recommend that you guys get my tiny PvP swords and tools resource pack as well. So as you guys can see, all of the swords and all of the tools are actually quite tiny, and this basically frees up loads of space on our screens. In the vanilla game, the sword is actually quite big and it actually takes up some of the right-hand side of our screens, so we can't actually see on the right-hand side of the screen. But with this resource pack, as you guys can see, all of the tools and weapons have been made to a shorter standard. As you guys can see on the screen right now, I have gone ahead and extracted the textures and made them much shorter in Photoshop and then compiled it again. So if we go into my options, click on resource packs, you can see that this is the tiny PvP swords and tools, and it says world's tiniest swords by Gamer Potion. So do go ahead and check out this resource pack as well if you guys want to try out these tiny weapons and tiny tools as well. They do look quite interesting and it can be a bit of fun as well. However, they can also be useful in PvP when you want to see more of your screen as well, and they don't take up that much of our screen either. So do go ahead and check out the tiny PvP swords and tools resource pack, and I will leave a link in the description for all of the mods and items that I've showed you guys today, so you can go ahead and check them out for your Minecraft Java game on version 1.18.1. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed all of these quality of life fabric mods for 1.18.1. Do let me know in the comment section below which one of these mods are you guys going to get. If you guys do have any problems or queries about any of these mods, do leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a like, and also please do subscribe to this channel to help support it, help it grow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.